Welcome, everyone.
Oh, we're doing
Hey, no, let's keep going. It's real talk.
Real. Yep.
It's real talk. Yeah.
You got to hit the yeah. Real talk.
Ho, ho, ho.
Not
It's real talk.
Not pork. Talk. Real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk. Pork.
Not pork.
It's not pork. Look at that sign. We've got
It's backwards. Oh, no.
what?
It's going to be backwards on the video. Look at it. Shit.
Why is that?
Because
Can't that work it out?
it's like a mirror.
How about if I do it like this?
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
See, it's fine now.
Are you on drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, only all the time.
Only all the time, mate. Doctor's orders.
Crystal meth.
Wow. Don't get me started on crystal meth.
I'll get started on crystal meth.
Please do, sir.
No.
Hang on.
What?
Real talk.
Look, that was
We're here?
where we did that. I've heard the intro and
God.
everything.
Okay. We'd like to
Don't
get into
delay
it.
that. Yeah. So, I used to smoke crystal meth a lot every day.
Mhm.
Smoke crystal meth every day.
Now, how much is like a normal amount for somebody? Like a user, but who's got it in
We're talking-
control.
Would there's no like number that will make sense to anybody.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just mean it as
Are you
in-
talking money?
it-
Why did you do this?
well, I know I'm getting itchy.
Who?
Like a roundabout for money wise, how much would it?
Oh, by the way, hey, I this he like points to his I want to be a good audio podcast as well.
Oh
Like
yes, we
earlier
should
before
just
when I said this.
describe. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was pointing
Well-
to my main vein. Well, not my main vein, but
Mhm.
my arm.
yeah. Why?
I don't know, because we started speaking
know-
about drugs, and I
yeah,
thought,
I know
well,
you'd never injected
no,
drugs. Surprise, everyone!
I don't inject
Despite appearances and behavior.
appearances.
Well, you look like a fucking drug addict.
Fucking hell, mate! It's my cancer.
No,
Do. Okay.
it does not have.
No,
cancer
I'd like
either.
to hear
No drugs.
more.
Cancer is just like. Why do you look like that then?
Oh, wants to keep it going. Okay. You look like no. What do you mean? I mean, I'm just
You're
skinny.
you're so old. Like I've got an excuse. I spent 3 years not sleeping.
Yeah.
That's why I look like this.
Yeah.
Why do you look so old?
What? How old do I look? How? If you are honest,
You look my age. How old are you? You look a bit older than me.
I don't know your
You're
real age.
so-
You tell me, and
You're
I'll tell
so
you.
wrinkly. I'm
So
45.
wrinkly.
It's not a secret. Why is your I? By the way, be secretive about whatever you want. I know you say, hey, I had some. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get back on the crystal meth in a bit. But
I think they're more interested in this right now.
with it, I had some listeners
Yes.
say that they love you, and they said, "Who's Jim?"
Who's Jim?
Yeah, who's Jim? I said, exactly. Jim is a private guy. You keep to yourself. That's cool. Whatever. Let's move on. I don't want to press the point. But people want to know about you, by the way.
Well, I'm a really old man who's extremely wrinkly, and I'm always on drugs.
Don't pretend I hurt your feelings. So, yeah, I took crystal meth. Just getting into this.
Yeah.
Like thinking about what to say. I visualize it. I visualize the drug.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as in, like I see it. I see a bag of drugs. When you get crystal meth, you get it a little plastic. You get it in a little plastic bag
Okay.
with chunks of crystals. Looks like salt crystals, right?
Okay. Is there a certain
Chunks of
colour to
crystals.
it?
It's clear.
Always clear. It's never.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it simple. I don't want to make this boringly complicated. Yeah, it's clear. It's just a clear. What? It's valid.
I don't want to make this boring, but yes, we'll
Wanna
explain the
make it
colour.
Boringly conquer. Yeah, it's boring.
Okay.
So it's clear. You get it in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm not gonna. This is not a medical podcast.
No, we are not doctors.
This is not a health service.
No,
This is not a community service.
no. If you're looking to us for answers, you're screwed.
No, well, hang on. No,
What?
I don't, like, I do want to give some answers.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But I'm not like, fuck, not going to tell you not to do drugs. Like,
No,
there's
that's-
enough
yeah.
stuff. This is a podcast for entertainment.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you start telling people you can or can't do anything, people are going to get put off. And I wouldn't tell anybody to not go do drugs.
Yeah. By the way, I will. I don't want anyone to do it.
See, I do.
But it's not. It's not a purpose of it.
No.
Fuck. You feel good?
Yeah. Not just,
Crystal meth. Hey, so I want to go straight into the thing that people don't hear, because I hope that you come to this podcast to hear something that you don't hear.
I hope
Fuck.
so.
What?
And thanks for coming.
Why do I take crystal meth? A lot of listeners know me personally. Those who don't getting to know me.
Yeah.
You think I'm an idiot? You think I'm a dumb guy? I hope. Jokes aside, I don't think anyone thinks that.
No. Nobody does.
I took crystal meth because it fucking felt really good, and I knew it was dangerous, and I did it anyway. Guess what? People like that exist. People like that exist.
Oh, of course. I'd love to know about the very first time, but
By the way, hey, what? Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay, I will tell you. But
yeah. Okay.
do you know? I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna stay out anytime I feel like I need to make a public service announcement, like don't do drugs.
Yep.
Fuck that. Go somewhere else if that's where you want.
That's right.
done. You know you can hear that, and no one's trying to sell anyone on taking crystal meth. But if you come here, you want to hear something different, and that is why the fuck intelligent person do something like that, and what happens? So take all that other stuff as a given. What did you say? What's like the first time?
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever been to the moon?
No.
Yeah. You feel like, emotionally, you feel like you fucking just skyrocketed from planet Earth straight up to the moon. And that might sound confusing.
Is it that much
Does
of a
it sound
rush?
confusing?
It's like
Yeah, that's what
great.
that's what I'm telling you. Is it that much for a rush?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, emotionally, like, no shit. The first time I do it, I'm standing on solid ground, and at the same time feel like I've shot up to but it's the emotion. It's like fucking what it feels like inside
Wow.
inside of you.
Do you?
Is that still confusing? Is
No,
that, like,
no, I'm
weird?
trying to
Is
think
it
of
at it. Like, as well, I want to say this. Like, fuck, trying to explain the experience of drugs. It's like, it's only ever confusing or boring. So I just want to, I feel like I want to say this. Imagine I'm going to get dark here, but
We like dark.
You're going to have a good time too. What was the best moment of your life?
What are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Why have you thrown it? We'll talk about best moment of my life. A couple of months.
Happiest moment.
Happiest moment. A couple of months ago, I signed up for a open mic at the New Lyric. Very first time I came in through the front
Are
door.
you being real?
And I locked eyes with this guy.
No, you
Happiest moment of
fucking
my life.
asshole. You're
Instant boner.
trying to explain something. Yeah.
No.
You remember when you're a kid?
Yeah.
And with Christmas Day, and you got up and you open your Christmas present?
yeah.
Okay, fuck. Take that and times 1,000,000.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not. And by the way, if anyone thinks I'm joking, I'm not. Take that and times it by 1,000,000,000. Okay. Right. Here's the dark part. Something like that going to ruin you for the rest of your life. Anyone ever have any kids? You ever have any kids? For those who like emotionally connected to themselves, guys, because you sometimes hear like, oh, the best moment of my life when I had kids. You're ready to break a person psychologically by giving them an experience that beats the feeling of holding a newborn child for the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this way. This way. You don't need a public service announcement from me not to do drugs. I'll tell you the truth. You want to break a human being for the rest of the... Oh, now I feel like, poor thing. No, don't pity me. But hey, I want to be real about emotion. Sometimes I don't get real about acknowledging this. Like, you ready to set yourself up for a life where not the birth of a child, not a trip to France for the first time, not the kiss of your true love will fill you with joy because you smoke crack and it already set a bar so high your brain will never recover from.
Yeah.
Okay. So have I painted a picture? You're the good sounding board for everyone listening at home.
Well, my mind can't...
What?
Okay, the very first time you had it, it was like that? Because
Yeah.
you know some things, you might have it a little bit and it doesn't work as well, you know, the very first time you have it.
Yeah, no,
So, I mean, it's that bloody good. It's just the very first time you're like, boo, to the moon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Get some. I mean,
Yeah.
do you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so the very first time. And how do you have it?
Okay. You can smoke it. You can inject it. You can snort it. You can stick it up your bum. You can get it any old how.
Matter of fact,
Matter of fact, I got it.
we ain't got it now. Okay.
So,
And would you like to talk about how you did it or not in particular?
yeah, fuck, I don't care.
I'd love to know.
I'm trying to remember. I snorted it. A lot of
Okay.
people don't want to snort it because it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what? My
Tolerant?
belief was, you know, if you're going to take crystal meth,
Yeah.
but you're such a baby, you can't put up with a little bit of stinging in your nose.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
You're not a real
sti-
druggie.
It stings your nose. Like, it hurts. Like imagine like snorting salt. But if you want to take crystal meth, or you want to get the drug inside of you and you don't really care. People stick holes in their bodies in order to get this drug in.
I think that would be the worst way to do it. Like,
Why? Which
an
I
actual
also
syringe.
did, by the way.
oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I just think of that as very extreme.
You know, I always had a saying for
Yeah.
myself before I did needles.
Yeah.
Needles, yuck. Yeah, I always thought so too.
Yeah.
They are yuck or fucking whatever. Okay. It's like, you know, this is back in the day. I started off with hard drugs, taking ecstasy.
Mm.
And, you know, on the fringes, when you're like a party ecstasy taker,
Yep.
you like, and you hear people doing heroin or crystal meth using needles, it's like, ooh, that's on the fringes.
Definitely.
Like, that's too far.
Yeah.
Like, that's, and so
They're the bad boys.
my saying was like, and it's true, like, when the needles come out, that's not a party anymore.
Yes.
And I thought, like, I'll never do it. But like with anything, this is part of the drug. You know, once you go for a line,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the line just keeps moving.
The line begins to blur
Bleed.
or
Yeah.
bleed.
Uh,
Wow. Okay. And so going back to when you first tried, do you remember how old you were? The very first time you tried this.
How old was I? Okay, this is going to be a bit of. I don't want to stay too long on this because I feel like this is a bit of boring history about me. I remember this is back when crystal meth first came to Perth.
Mm-hmm.
A friend, we were only doing ecstasy, and my friend said, "Oh, check out this new drug. You got to try this." Okay. How did we do it? We snorted it, and I was up for the holy fuck, this is good. And then I was up for the next 3 days.
Wow.
That was back when I was 19. So I kind of like crossed that line then.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this because a bit more interesting is like I started taking crystal meth again in 2017 as an adult, as like a 30, how old was I then? 37-year-old adult,
Right.
and not to party, but to function.
Okay.
And so like, I'd already gone over that line. Hey, let's talk about this because people sometimes think like, why would someone do that? I was working, by the way. Oh, no, I'm just going to say this. I'm a physicist and I was working as one.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That blew me
Makes-
away.
oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And when I started to do this drug, so this is a drug people can do, and like I took it to feel better about myself,
Yeah.
and would take it. Now I'm getting a bit like honestly, I'm getting a bit nervous about revealing too much about my personal self.
You don't have to.
So I'm just gonna acknowledge that. But I'll tell you this, like a physicist. So I was like, actually no. You know what makes me so mad?
What?
The TV show House.
Yeah. Hugh Laurie.
Uh,
Don't have a go at him. He's good. He was.
I'm not having a
Okay.
go at him. You know what? The dishonesty is what I'm having a go at. Now I know in that TV show, okay, no one's saying good on House for doing what is he? He's addicted to heroin, basically an opiate that he gets from a hospital. I've never
Yeah.
seen it, but I've seen commercials for it.
Yeah. And that's
I know
pretty
what the
much-
show's about.
He's got a limp.
Okay, and he's a good doctor. Part of the premise is like he's
Genius.
both a likable. I'm not going to say asshole because no one likes an asshole, but
No.
he's a likable Grinch
Yes.
and good at his job
Yes.
and addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's expected from the audience and people who are watching too is like, it's not that anyone thinks, oh, isn't it good that he's
Mm.
good at his job, but he's also being a bit of a prick. And isn't it good that he's taking drugs? No one thinks that, okay?
No.
Explicitly. Of course. But do people watch it because he's a bit of a cool guy for being good at his job and taking hard drugs at the same time?
Oh yeah.
And isn't everyone in real life such a hypocrite? Because if that happens, if anyone was to do that in real life, don't get anything like.
Yeah, it's not so cool.
It's certainly not so cool anymore, is it?
Yeah. Did they give you a TV
When
show?
a physicist starts smoking crystal meth
It's so.
in a real life,
It gets
okay.
me so annoyed.
no one's going like, oh, like, okay, you know what the reactions is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is typical.
Yeah, but don't pity me. I'm being
Never.
pointing that out, pointing
Yeah.
the incongruity out. That
So what you're saying is
what?
you'd like to fight Hugh. House versus Ryan.
No, I want the goddamn respect that people.
That House
I want
gets.
the cool.
Yeah, but again,
What is-
it's a
No,
TV
shut
show.
up.
It's a.
I want the cool points. I want the cool points. You know, like I didn't watch that show House. Fuck that show House because
You
I
always-
knew it was on at the same time when I was doing this shit. When I started smoking crystal meth and working as a
Okay.
physicist. Cool, huh? Anybody?
Who wants that
Uh,
life?
Where were my cool? What did you mean?
Who's joining in?
Who wants that life?
Yeah. Question to the people.
Do you think people want that life?
I don't know. That's why I asked them.
Well, to be honest, I did, and that's why I did it because I wanted to be cool. Yeah,
Some people do, to be honest. Yeah.
but
I think.
I didn't get my cool points. Anyway.
Were the
You
people with
understand?
you?
By the way, part of the reason that I was a broken person and started doing drugs in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
that I thought that my need for cool points by doing something like that obvious to me and everyone. Okay,
Yeah.
what?
The
You just like, yeah, like that was no kind of
well, I didn't know whether to go. I had a point
reveal
ready
at
to
all.
go.
Very personal, vulnerable statement from Ryan. Yeah, here's what it gets. Yeah, you're just inside. You listening to me at all? Any of this? What's that? Cock. What's
Checking
that?
something.
Yeah, any of this like actually going in?
Some. I do take some in.
Whatever. I'm used to it.
I-
What are we going to say?
It's not that it's not
I love-
interesting.
I love you in the platonic sense. It's not interesting.
No, that's sure.
Just tell me that I'm not being interested.
No, I said it's not that it's not interesting. We'll have to go back, check the audio on this.
That's
Look at this.
confusing. Right. What?
It's amazing, isn't it?
What? People
There and
listening?
there.
People listening at home and not.
Yeah,
looking.
sorry. Well, they are listening, but there's also a video. We are actually live on the interweb, aren't we? The old,
No,
aren't we?
no. Unless you put your phone on streaming. No.
No.
No,
Okay.
Not live.
Woodchuck. Come in, Woodchuck, Foxtrot. I do. Oh,
What?
I've got something for you, Ryan. Can I spring this on you?
Is it the sign you pulled out? We saw that sign.
No, it's not the sign.
By the way, did we tie up that? Fuck. Sorry about that microphone. I had that click, clack. Did we tie that? I don't want to leave a loose thread around.
Oh, there was a loose thread, wasn't there?
What was it?
I was going to ask you about the people around you at the time. Were they doing it as well, or was it?
Nah, solo.
Okay.
So I want to hear your question, but I want to what we were just talking about. I just want to. We'll come back to that, but I don't want to leave something like unsatisfyingly hanging in the air. That picture I painted. So talking about what it's like to take crystal meth. Like honestly, when I come back, filling this picture in an honest way.
Yep.
Yeah, I started doing this as an adult. Not because I was not happy about something about myself. I didn't like myself.
So you
I don't
break.
want to simplify it. Something it's like, to keep it simple, it might be like being depressed and having anxiety and looking for relief from that. Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? Depression and anxiety is like fucking vague throwaway term for me was like fear of people, not loving myself, and I feel like some third thing, but we come back to. That's why I started doing it. And for those things, that was good medicine for a few years until things got really bad, and then how we can come back to that.
Yeah.
What did you want to say?
I was just So you did have a break, and then did you say you started again?
Yeah, I didn't drink or do drugs from the age of like 19 to 36. I'm a weird guy.
I assumed you'd just been doing them all up until the bad.
I had a lot of, I had careers, jobs, like marriage, kids and stuff. And then at the age of 37, this paint a picture for you. Working as a physicist and just feeling so, I feel like I'm acting and being fake, so I'm going to try and stop doing that. But what I'm saying is true. I felt like I said, simply call it depression and anxiety if you want.
Yeah.
But feeling like there's something about me that I don't like myself, and I don't know how to change it. But I remember because when I was 19, by the way, and I could fuck up a life and there were very low stakes, felt like high stakes at the time, but wasn't, So I remembered there's something that will make me feel okay again finally. And I'm tired, from up to the age of 37. I'm tired. I feel like, I don't want to make this too long and complicated, but I've got a lot of thoughts about it. Why don't I take that thing that I know will just take all this discomfort and dis-ease? I'm not in AA, not doing AA jargon here. I'm talking like really, what will make me feel okay about myself? We'll just take that. And I took a little bit again, and I thought, now I feel okay. So not getting a high, not taking crystal meth to get skyrocket high.
Yep.
I did that too,
Yeah.
but it just take a little bit, and suddenly the world is okay, and I feel okay about myself, and I can still do everything that I plan to do,
Yeah.
achieve all my goals, and that's why.
Can I ask, when you do have it, you snort it, right?
I don't do drugs now, by the way, and I have
No.
no plan to doing them again. What?
When you do it, how long does it last? Roughly?
Okay, if you
Like
have
the first times? Because does it last longer,
Yeah,
when
like-
you start?
like, okay, this is a hard question we talked about this on the first podcast, so I'm gonna just very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, feeling great for 6 hours, feeling okay for 6 hours, feeling shit for 6 hours, feeling suicidal for 6 hours,
Okay.
not sleeping for 3 days. Okay, basically, that's what it feels like.
Because what I want to know is the first time you have it, as opposed to when you're, say, a couple of years in, you're having it all the time. When you first try it, are you still like, I might have it every day?
It's up to the person. I decided that I would just take it from the start.
Yeah.
I decided what I'm going to do is just take this all the time like my medicine.
Yeah. Okay.
But you don't have. And
No,
it's
I'm just wondering
addictive.
if it's that
And
addictive
because
straight
it's
away.
addictive like that, yes.
Okay,
Like if
it
you
is.
go, fuck this, like addiction. Yeah, I've heard of people try to take it just on the weekend and that's
Yeah.
all. But it's so addictive, man.
That's what
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
You reckon you have it 3 times and you're done? And you're in no matter what?
Oh, no. Like, there's no equation. Like, yeah,
I'm just saying,
I
I
get it.
reckon.
I used to think about like that about heroin because people get so addictive. No, crystal meth much more addictive. The first time, as you're coming off it, you feel so shit. Yes, you absolutely really want to do it again. Really, really, really.
Yeah.
But people who are like not prepared to go down that hole,
Yeah.
right, will use their willpower to stop themselves from doing it again, and either never again or maybe in a month's time. Whatever, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
But if you have addictive personality, like me, as well as having an intention like, no, fuck it, I'll just start taking this all the time, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go really bad, but fuck it, I'm going to do it. Anyway. So I was unique in that way too.
So you knew,
And
it
I
was
had the
gonna go
money
bad.
to do it. Yeah, man. Like, you don't want to live in that. You want to like give yourself positive thinking. And by the way, I'm going to go ahead and just say good things, interpret it however you want. One of the good things about meth is it exactly makes you a very, very positive thinker. Okay?
Yep.
Oh, look, okay, so, if I start taking crystal meth, I'm probably going to get addicted and my life's going to get really shit. But, I'm really struggling. I'll just take some now. And then you take it and you go, oh, no, it'll be fine. Oh, everything will be fine. And I'll just take it again and again, no problem.
And you're just thinking positive.
Okay. And of course, you haven't like, you still have the same thoughts like, oh, fuck, my life is going to get fucked. But when you're on the crystal meth, you're like, oh, my life's going to get fucked. Oh, that's okay.
But it's all
No
right.
worries, because I'll just keep doing the meth again until I can't, till I even can't afford it. But it'll be okay. It just makes you the world's best positive thinker.
That's what a drug...
And addicted.
Yeah, that's what a really bad drug should do, isn't it? Get you on its side kind of thing,
Yeah, you fall in love with it.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the perfect woman. Again, I don't care how gross this sounds. I'm telling you about it because people heard the commercials. Why are people doing it? You fall in love with it. It'll treat you better than any woman or any man ever treated any relationship.
Yeah.
It loves you all the time.
Is it expensive?
Yeah, but it's actually fucking cheap. It's the cheapest way to...
Did you hear that?
Is
Is it expensive? Yes. And that's why it's so cheap.
What I mean is, $50 for one shot of drugs isn't that expensive. Not when you can consider that it lasts a long time and money that people spend soothing themselves with other means,
Oh,
they
yeah.
spend as much or more. If you are a drug addict, your drug satisfies every need.
Mm.
It is cheaper than
And it's instant.
paying rent, buying nice clothes, going on dates.
Well, we think
And
about
it's
how much does it cost to get drunk?
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
this
that's
is it. This is,
what it.
hang on, are we promoting this now?
No.
Or
I
if anybody wants to try it, come see me, but don't go see Ryan, all right?
don't care about this.
Can
Can I just say that?
we get to the question time? Or have you
It's
still...
Not a judgment. It's totally a judgment.
Go on.
I don't care about that comment.
Okay.
Does that mean? Nah. No.
Which comment?
Yeah. No, you. What? That was an uninteresting comment. I really want to listen to this back later and find out how mean and I sound.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially the start. The first
Or-
10 minutes.
Or.
Please, viewers, write in.
You tell me if I'm being boring, please.
It's not boring. It's just in for
Well, I'm okay hearing that right now.
good. Here. I've decided
So
to bring...
glad I called that out. It's boring. Keep on. Okay, go.
Okay.
Go.
So I've got a couple of questions I'm going to ask Ryan just to put him on the
I'm
spot.
having so much fun here, by the way.
He is. He's having so much fun that he's ready for the very first question. You ready?
Better not be boring.
Oh, they're not boring. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Tell me a 90s band.
What? Oh, this sucks already.
Hmm? A 90s band you love but don't want anyone else to know.
When did the Alvin and the Chipmunks album come out? On
Alvin and the Chipmunks, that's your answer?
yeah.
All right.
What? Not good enough for them?
No, next question. Who's your favourite Batman?
What is the point of this?
Who's your favourite Batman? You better.
It's the guy who was the American Psycho guy, Christian Bale.
All right.
Yeah.
Avocado or bacon?
I'm not doing this anymore.
Avocado or bacon?
We were just talking about crystal meth.
Yeah, and we get into the very good last question. Just avocado or bacon?
Like,
Oh.
what does this give anyone listening at home?
It gives them a glimpse into the absolute
feel like-
genius of Ryan.
I feel like
avocado.
I am still so desperate to protect your feelings. I can hear myself coming across as fake and acting while being genuine about how I
So what are you trying to say? Be honest then.
with my words.
Don't worry about my feelings. These are just questions.
It's boring as shit to anyone.
What?
No one gives a fuck.
About avocado or bacon? No. No. That is a big point in today's society. Avocado or bacon. Okay, last one then. If I was to give you 10, and this is true, if I gave you $10 million to have a sex change and you had to stay like that for the rest of your life, would you do it?
No one cares. Let me think about this. I don't remember. I knew as I
wants
listened
to
to
answer it.
I didn't even know what the question was, guys. As I listened to it, I knew how boring and banal it was going to be, and my brain
It is.
was just shut off. A sex change for $10 million? What was
Would
it? And
you-
I had to be what? Let me get. Was it a frog or a leprechaun?
A woman.
What was the question? To be
Sex
a woman, I get $10 million. If I
you-
change to be a woman,
Yeah.
no, I won't. I won't. Does
Okay.
that surprise anyone? Would anybody do that?
I think so.
Nothing wrong with being a woman, but when you're a man,
Yeah.
I don't want to even get into that. I got thoughts.
What are you trying to say? Nothing wrong.
Like,
Okay.
don't fucking mate. That's fake. Trying to make me out like
So that's a no to the 10 million?
you're the misogynistic one. I'm sorry, this went a little bit too far.
Well,
Yeah, do you have another question?
no fucking way in hell.
Oh, sorry. I have been too much fun with this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's having fun. Are you guys having fun?
Should we?
Next. Have we got
How about this?
anybody writing in anymore?
How about this? I don't want to talk about this. That was fun. Thank you for antagonizing me. Oh yeah, I'll quickly go to this. You asked about people writing in. I just want to say hi to the people who personally messaged with me. You guys know who you are. Oh boy, that felt good. Thank you. Keep it coming.
That's nice.
I love to hear that you guys like it. I took crystal meth so much and for so long
Mm-hmm.
that I went into psychosis, and really, to keep it simple, when I got arrested in Thailand, I got arrested a couple separate times. One was for stealing petrol, one was for flooding a brothel, which sounds, weird. I'll tell you that story another time, but just picture a weird guy.
Well,
It's simple. One way of putting it was, this a guy smoked crack, meth, non-stop for 3 years. What happens is that doesn't matter how strong your mind. I'm not someone prone to psychosis, but end up with psychosis. It's not a very cool thing, psychosis.
What can you explain what actually happens in psychosis?
You have a psychotic delusion. Everyone's different, but usually it's you have a delusion, and usually the delusion is that it's anything to do with you being the most important person in the room, the country, the world. It escalates.
Okay.
And mine happened to be particularly enjoyable. There is a way, I'm not going to talk about this in the podcast, but I want to mention it. Like when you see people go get really sick in their head from using crystal meth, everyone does, but there's a lot of people you see having a bad time. Like when you see crackheads, I'm allowed to say crackhead because there was one.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
I can say crackhead.
No,
Who gives a fuck? They're not going to come and get me.
Sorry about that microphone crackling. It does matter to me because there's a lot of stigma. I actually don't give a fuck if you say crackhead, but
I know what you mean.
I want to get on that another time. But what I want to say is, so normally you see crackheads with a negative paranoid psychosis thinking everyone out to get them. That happens a lot. There's a way you take crystal meth. I'm not going to say it in this podcast because I don't want anyone to do this.
No.
There's a way to take it where doesn't stop you from getting psychosis. You will, but when you do it, you have really good. You basically there's a way. Some people stop doing it or have breaks,
right,
because of the madness and the paranoia.
Okay.
There's a way that you can do it to delay that or make it feel good rather than people get all anxious and start to feel shit. There's a way that taking a drug feels good all the time. So you take it more consistently and more. This is why it's so dangerous, because you just feel good. Really, you're still going mad and becoming a jerk to everyone from outside.
Okay, but you think...
but in the internal experience, so this is why I'm not, because it's so dangerous. But so for me, my point being is that, and I went into what's called a not paranoia, but pronoia psychosis, like delusion, where it escalates as well. It's like, I'm not only am I like a rock star, I'm strolling around from a rock star, but basically I'm in a reality TV show. I'm the star of a reality TV show that everyone's in on it. So I'm invincible and can do anything, to people wanting to recruit me for the next King of Thailand. Weirdly, a very actually popular common delusion. I've known other people to have it.
Okay.
And to being recruited by I'm special. I'm being recruited by the CIA, or aliens even, or stuff like that.
So grand delusion.
Grand, and it
it
feels amazing because to you feel. Imagine that
That's
happened to you in reality. Imagine that was your truth. Oh, don't you feel good? Because it's like everything I deserved. Like I knew I was a special boy.
Yeah,
I'm getting all the treatment I deserved. By the way, you're a crackhead running around town like losing your wallet and shit. Your life's still for real going to shit. You're getting arrested, but every moment of it, you feel like both invincible, famous, a rock star, protected, like everyone knows and loves you secretly.
That's incredible that it still has that, isn't it? Like you could not be wearing shoes. You got no pants.
Yeah.
You're dirty as fuck, but you walking around like you're the G.
You're describing me. And that's what happened. And I guess that's what's making it so shit as well, because you're not the G. You some fucking... You just paint the picture. But I wanted to bring us home with that picture and say that experience feels fucking amazing. Like, I will never forget it. Talk about some life-breaking experience. You know, actually, no, I'm okay with it now, but I remember how good that feels, right? As you basically die in your body and get put in jails and things like, and joined up with gangs and things because you're invincible. So, but I don't want to gloss over this. As long as you're taking the drug in this way, you fucking feel incredible. I always thought of it like I found the on Earth. This is not blasphemous. I'm just going to tell you the truth. So this is why would people take this drug? This is how I felt. I'm on Earth, yet I found the secret back door to heaven, and I'm in there, and I'm in.
Yeah.
That's why you do it. Until you die.
Yeah.
You don't care.
But the thing is, you don't care because you think you're the G. Man, what a drug then. I mean, just describing it, that is exactly how something nasty should, by design, that is just
you think,
perfect,
if it's going to be nasty, it has to be that good to explain why people are doing it.
And this was something I was asked by somebody. And you don't have to explain this, but at some point, can you please tell me and the listeners?
Has this got to do with avocado and bacon?
No. Can you tell us how you got from down here to over there? What's the... I mean, you don't have to do it now because it's probably...
Hey, this is cool. What?
So how did you get to over in a different country and being arrested?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I haven't heard you say anything about why you went there or why you were there or anything. But I don't know about...
Yeah, I want to tell you. We're going to save that for next time.
Can we? Beautiful. Because I reckon that's going to be juicy.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry about that. I think that's probably come through on the podcast as well.
I think that was just then.
Just now, yeah.
I think it may have been
Guys,
Mike.
I just want to say I'm sorry about that technical audio issue. This is our 4th podcast.
It's going well.
We're ironing out all these bugs.
That's right.
Love to tell you that story.
That would be great, I think.
Jim, I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
He's
He's only saying that because he ripped on me at the start of the episode, and now when we...
Here's why I'm saying it. Yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as we turn that video off, why I order...
Bye. It's time.
Are we done? Okay. Should we...
Yeah.
Do you want to do that song that we planned?
But no, I added in post.
It's not time to say goodbye. Dooby-doo and dooby-doo.
You're covering your face with it.
Yeah, I know, because I'm singing. As dooby-doo.
Oh, real talk.
Oh.